I know.
So fuck those people. Welcome back to the Bar Talk Podcast. So did we just make a new opening where we say something awful? And
I thought that's what we always do.
I don't know if it always is there, though. I don't listen to the show.
We don't know what the show is either. I'm surprised we're here.
I said I didn't listen to the show.
No wonder Carl didn't come.
Right? Yeah.
So, those voices are Dan Mahoney of Stats in Boston.
Sup, my bitches.
And Jess Hamill of the New World Tavern.
Hello.
And myself, Andy, because I get yelled at for not introducing myself.
Ooh, I have good news.
Yeah?
I
Oh,
didn't
good
have
news.
any nipple showings this past weekend, and it was the same band that it was before.
Oh, hey.
I thought
Right?
you meant personally. No,
Well, my nipples were
Congratulations, Janet.
Yeah. The same yacht rock band was here this past Saturday night.
Did
and
the
they were,
woman show up again?
I don't know. I left way before they started playing.
So didn't know for sure there weren't any.
I asked my staff, I said, were there any nipples exposed on Saturdays? And they said no.
Did you think about getting New World brand pasties to hand out from this band?
Yeah. Capitalize on that shit.
Yeah.
Huh? See a need, fill a need.
I should do that.
Would you put Carl's
Well,
face on them?
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Carl approved with 2 thumbs up. Like, yeah, we'll have them like on for display, and they'll be like, "What are those stickers?" Like, they're not stickers; they're pasties.
You just have them next to the earphones back there. Or the earplugs.
Yeah. Need pasties? We got them.
I did see.
I should just put like a vending machine in the women's room of just pasties.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I did see someone 86 out of BBC a while back.
Oh yeah.
They were, whipping them out.
Whipping them out.
Yeah.
So it was a woman.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been balls. There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's plural.
Dude's got nipples too, Jess.
I should say correctly.
Can I milk them?
She was sitting right next to me with her back towards me, so I didn't get.
Oh, so you didn't get the show.
Were you sad that you didn't get the show?
No, especially.
No?
No.
Not even like a peak of curiosity?
I mean, there's always like.
Right.
But no, not like, God damn it, man.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
But
Let her back in!
but the funny part was like
Don't go back
Trevor
out.
Was the bartender that night, and he was like, "Oh, I don't like this one." Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, she
just constantly whips her nipples
and
out.
she was definitely on like a fucking Tinder date, to the point
Wow.
when she got up to go to the bathroom.
I guess that's what Tinder's all about, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
But when she got up to go to the bathroom, like they were clearly on a date. The dude
I
asked
was just about to
Trevor.
say, who brings a date to the BBC? And I have. So never mind.
But the dude asked Trevor, "Where's a good place around here to go to meet women?" I'm like, "Wow, that's a fucked up thing to do on a date." But
well, if it's not going
Yeah.
well, right?
Yeah.
You got to keep your options open.
Yeah, he's
Or maybe he's just looking for a threesome.
True.
See, that's.
But that's a different question.
Yeah,
Where
You gotta go
yeah.
find the upside down pineapples.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then just
I think Jordan has some for you.
Yep.
6s and 7s in Bedford, Mass. And then just all of a sudden, I heard Jordan like, "That's it, you're out of here." And I'm like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And she's like, "What? What?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"You can't whip him out here, blah, blah." I was like, "Get up, hair tab, leave." And then the weirdest thing ever was the guy's like, "Oh, that was my fault." I'm like, "How is it your fault?"
He was egging her on, and she's
I
like,
don't know. It was such a weird
I
like.
thought you'd never ask.
It was just like one of those super weird interactions where you're just
Yeah.
like,
Isn't that every interaction then?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
I don't know if I've ever had a normal one. The best is on
Well,
my...
it's also different when you worked there for a
Oh,
long
yeah.
time. That's different.
You see them all sober.
You see him, yeah.
I like when my memories pop up on Facebook. It's like, this happened. I got the one from the less known story of the girl who freaked out thinking the phone for BBC was a camera spying on her and that the
What?
government was after her. Yeah.
Oh, did we talk about this before? Or have I met this girl?
I don't know who the girl is. Like, I've never, I mean, you might have. You might have dated her. Yeah. You know, like they have the cordless phone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has the charger thing.
Yeah.
And it's got a little light on when it's
Yeah.
charging. And this girl
She
was
thought
just
that was a
sitting
camera?
at a table, so not even at the bar.
Right.
And just started flipping out about it, saying, "There's a fucking government spy camera in their phone. It's watching me and all that." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, Yeah, you should probably go.
Like, ma'am, it's like a fucking Casio phone from like 1992.
I was like, listen,
That's how they got you.
Yeah. It's disguised. Yeah.
Yeah, I was at.
What the fuck?
I can't remember where I was, but then I saw that Jackson Weatherby was playing at Main Street.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Jackson in a long time. I'm gonna go fucking, catch a couple songs.
Yep.
So I'm sitting there at the bar, mind my own business, listening to fucking music, and this blonde sits down next to me and starts talking, and it's fucking loud, and you're like, what? And she's like, there's like 27 cameras upstairs. And I'm like, yeah, man, it's Main Street. Yeah.
There's also like 27 downstairs.
Yeah.
But then she's like going on, and whatever. It didn't seem weird at first.
Yeah.
And it's loud, so like you're only getting like half the conversation.
Yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, and they're coming over here and stealing our beaches, and I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, she's talking about the birds.
Well, I'm like, then I start being like, who's they? Because that's kind of important. Yeah. And like, I keep having to prod her, and she's not answering the question. She keeps trying to go on. I'm like, no, but
who's they? Before I continue this conversation,
I'm going to give each of you a guess who they are.
The Cubans.
Piping plovers.
Cubans.
The bird drones.
The shape changers.
Stop.
Yes! That is so much better than anything I could have fucking hoped for.
Because I'm like...
The skinwalkers?
And I go, the what? And she goes, I saw someone... I forget it was. It was like changed from like Chinese to Filipino in front of my eyes.
Wait.
And I literally went, check! Like, I couldn't even like rail it in. I'm like, I'm leaving.
Listen. The change here.
The change, it was
no,
it wasn't like from bear
so his
to
skin
gerbil.
got slightly darker.
Called tan.
Yeah. In front of her eyes.
Right.
And I was just like, what the and I couldn't hold it in. I laughed in her face. I was like,
oh God. Check please.
And I text Jackson, I'm like, you motherfucker.
That's awesome.
It's not Jackson's fault. Unless he was with
No, it wasn't, but I had to fill him in on the story.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
Fucking shapeshifters.
Shapeshifters.
That's awesome.
So,
Stealing the beaches, man.
Talking about stealing our beaches, because that's what shapeshifters is.
I thought you were going to say, like, shapeshift into the piping plover. That would have been interesting.
I was like, we're going Bridgewater Triangle now? Let's fucking go. I'm here for it.
Yeah, if it was like,
Andy would have found his next ex-wife.
What was that TV show? What was that 90s TV show where the kids turn into animals?
Animorphs.
Yeah.
I did not know that one.
What?
He was too old.
Animorphs. That's true.
Also true.
Oh, no.
All right, first question. Nicknames for regulars.
Asshole.
Dick face.
For regulars, not me.
Oh. Asshole.
Do you have any good ones?
Nicknames for regulars? I feel like we've had the conversation before, but I feel like it's
we probably have.
like
I feel like
anytime that well, whatever. We're running out of things to talk about. No, I feel like anytime that there's been a regular name, it's whatever it's associated with whatever they drink. So I've had like Coors Light Mark.
Yeah,
Coors
I don't know
Light
if I've ever
Dave.
given. I've never given anyone a positive nickname.
Right.
I've got like Homeless Mike, Creepy Wayne.
Wayne the Black Guy.
Wayne, okay.
You know Wayne?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Wayne the Black Guy.
Yeah.
And then every time I say it, everyone's like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, he will introduce himself as
Wayne
that.
the Black Guy. Yeah.
I am Wayne the Black Guy.
But it's like sometimes there's, especially when it comes to generic white people names. Like, oh, it's Mike, John, Steve, blah, blah, and you're like, who? And you're like, Sweaty Steve, and you're like, oh, I fucking know Sweaty Steve.
Yep.
Like, never had the conversation before that was his name, but like the second someone says it, you're like, oh, I fucking know that guy.
That's funny.
Yeah,
We had one called Sweaty Bill.
Yeah, it might have been Sweaty. I don't remember. I just remember someone's like, oh, you know Sweaty Bill or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I fucking exactly know who
exactly
you're talking
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make sure you don't write it on their tab so they can read it if it's
Or
offensive.
do, you know?
Or do. Just roll the dice.
Use that shit. If you sold your restaurant, but it would continue to operate as is, but under a different ownership, how far in advance do you tell your staff? Well, let's just say if you're selling your restaurant,
You should tell.
how far in advance do you tell your staff? Because I feel like we talked about it, and you're like, oh no, they tell them like after it's closed, so they don't rob the place brown.
Yeah. We
But it's
both
not-
worked for that company.
It sounds like it's not closing. It's just like
Well, I mean,
tagging in a new person,
it could maybe it could close temporarily to do a couple things, still be under the same name, still be under the same everything, just a new owner. I mean, you should tell you should tell your staff when there's going to be changes made, when those changes are definitely going to be made. So, like, you don't want to tell your staff, hey, I'm potentially looking
I'm thinking
to sell.
about selling.
Yeah, right? Like, so you don't say it like that.
Because then they all go find new jobs.
Well,
Exactly.
also, those secrets don't get kept
Yeah.
very long.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's probably better they find out from you than they find out on all this.
Yeah, right. Like, right. So, like, I mean, you know, say, hey, I found someone who's gonna buy the business, but nothing's gonna change. So, like, I don't know, you just know, you do
Which
it as
never
soon
happens. Like something always. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, you know, like, they're gonna keep the name, they're gonna keep,
Yeah.
like, the building relatively the same. They're gonna, yeah, I mean, things are gonna change to whoever buys it, but, like, I don't know. Not last minute would be the right answer.
Not the
I
day
don't know.
before, if you want to keep
Right?
it.
Yeah, seriously. I guess it depends, but yeah, I mean, we've worked for a place where they told them the day of.
Yeah.
They show up and the doors are
Show
already
the doors
locked.
are locked and be like, oh, I didn't tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. Management too. But all the other people are there unloading all the food into their trucks to bring them to another location.
Yeah.
Yep.
I luckily never had to experience that, though.
I haven't.
Only
I've been on the
through the,
receiving end of it, and that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Because then all my inventory is
Increased,
and we're making money off of it, technically. But yeah.
All right. Connie Silva says, I'm a little confused about music licensing and what all exactly is needed. I don't plan on having live music or karaoke, just to play Spotify or Pandora
Jesus.
playlist and have cable TV through Comcast. Do I only need the Pandora music license?
Yes
that's
and
a
no.
current issue, isn't it?
Yes and no. They'll tell you need it.
I was gonna say,
but I don't think you need it. Yeah, this is like a Jordan thing, I feel like.
I think you do need it, but, like,
you don't.
you can get away with it for a while, but when they decide they no longer want to let you get away with it, it's a lot of money.
Okay, if we pay for a service, whether it's, say, YouTube Music, Pandora, Spotify, whatever, you know, you're paying for that, and you play it in the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying for that, and that's getting royalties.
Right.
The artist is getting royalties because you're paying for it. So I don't understand what the problem is.
Listen,
And
I know.
None of it
I
makes
know.
sense.
It is very confusing. For a brief minute, I did go to school for, like, music business, and it was, although when I went, it was like buying music online was brand new. So it would break
What's
it.
the rules when you play this reel to reel?
Literally, it's like it would break down like how the artist gets paid and like all that. So it's extremely confusing.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then it goes along the same lines of when you have live music and they play a song.
A cover, yeah.
They don't pay anything for that.
Right.
And you technically have to pay something for that. But like, what are you going to be like? Hey, what's your set list so I can pay each artist accordingly? Like,
send
no,
them their
thank
penny.
you.
Yeah.
Like, they'll say that you need it, but you don't.
Until you do.
Until you do.
It's worked for us for 13 years. Knock on wood.
Us meaning T-Bone.
Yes. But I also, too, like, I don't know many other places. Like, for instance, Main Street uses Sirius XM radio.
Yeah.
And they pay for it. They don't have the license for whatever.
And here's the crazy part is you could just put on, like, WATD.
Right. You could just put on a general public radio.
Yeah, and you're fine.
Because they pay for the rights.
Right.
They pay for the music rights.
Yeah.
So again, like,
So, I went...
What if you played something on TV and you had the sound on?
I think that's license covers that too.
Yeah,
Right.
because she said something about Comcast, so she was concerned about that as well.
Yeah, but wouldn't Comcast pay for that license?
Yeah.
Wouldn't Comcast pay for those rights?
So, it's the difference is between so I sign up for Pandora, I am paying to listen to it.
Yeah.
A business signs up, they're playing for everyone to listen
Right.
to it. So I think
But-
that's the difference.
Sure.
I'm not
But
saying
if
right or
there's
wrong.
but if there's like I mean I don't know because I don't pay for anything because I'm a cheap bastard. But like, is there like a business account for Pandora? Is there a business account for Spotify? Is there that way?
I would
It's
assume there must be.
right. I don't know.
Yeah, and this happened to me just the other day, and it's a somewhat similar situation. Is we just moved offices and we need internet.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to get a T-Mobile hotspot for the office because I didn't want to go in and be like, I need internet service at my business, because the second you do that, they're like, outstanding, it's twice as expensive.
Yeah.
And I lucked out. The guy was super cool. He's like, oh no, use the internet, the wireless internet for home. I'm like, at my office. He's like, yeah. I'm like, I love you, Kevin. Shout out Kevin, T-Mobile.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. It's a weird, sticky thing, but like, I mean, they'll call you up the wazoo, and they'll threaten, be like, we're gonna get lawyers involved. There was one time that somebody called and they were like, you hear that song in the background? That's our song. And like, my bartender's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Oh, I've never had to deal with the hostile ones. I've always got them really polite.
Oh
Because
no.
how do they know their song was
no.
playing in your restaurant at that time?
It wasn't his song. It was their company's song. So there was a guy I told to literally fuck off.
Yep.
Because he would call, and then my bartender would pick up, and he'd ask for Carl, and Carl's never here. So we'd be like, sorry, he's not here. You can email him, whatever. And then he would proceed to yell at my bartender about the music that was playing in the background and how that's his artist and we have to pay for that, blah, 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 blah. And he was so hostile. And so
To me, that just screams scam.
Yes.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
So again, it's like, they'll tell you that you need it, but you don't. And so to the point where I told my whole staff, I said, if you see this on the caller ID screen, do not answer it. Or just give it to me. I don't care, because I've had it enough with this guy. And it was the same guy every time. Same guy.
Interesting.
Until finally, Chance gave me the phone one day, and I go, oh, is it that asshole? And Chance always puts it on mute, so that's what I said.
Yeah.
So then, obviously, the guy heard me call him an asshole, and he goes, I just heard you call me an asshole. I go, yeah, because you fucking are. And he was like, you don't talk to me like that. I go, no. I go, you're an asshole because you talk to my staff like that. I go, they don't give a fuck that Beyonce is playing in the background. They don't care.
They don't even know.
Their job is to serve burgers and beers and food. And like, so you yelling at them because Carl's not here is not their problem.
Yeah.
If you want to yell at anybody, you can yell at me, and I'm going to yell right back at you. And we had like a 30-minute conversation just yelling at each other back and forth. He has never called back since.
That's because did it feel good?
It felt fantastic. And I was doing it in the kitchen, and all the guys in the kitchen were like, oh my God, she's snapping!
We've been waiting.
Get away from the knife. Get away from the knife.
And I told Carl about it. He's like, good. He's like, because it was, and I always thought that was strange too. It was the exact same guy every time.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a scam.
Right. That's what I mean. And he's like, we're going to call and get our lawyers involved. I go, please do, because I would love to stop getting phone calls from you.
Yeah.
And I never did.
That's awesome.
Victory for me. So
I mean, you did threaten to kill his mom, so that's harsh.
How to fucking kill your mom?
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna skull fuck your mom.
Okay.
That got motivated to find it. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
All right, let's do it.
No wonder why the kitchen's like, what?
Yeah.
All right. Rudy Diote.
What?
Ditale?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hey.
Ditale. What do you do about customers that get to-go orders because they don't want to pay tax or tip? You still have to pay
Might be
tax.
so
on
my
that,
tax, yeah.
server, and then sit at a table on the patio and take up a table and make a mess.
Ooh.
At first, I'm
That's
like,
a dickhead
At first,
move.
I'm like, I don't always necessarily tip on a to-go, but
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that don't.
yeah. But sitting
And
at a
then
table,
sit there?
that's
I would say,
that's a
sir,
mega
you
dick
can't
move.
sit
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
because we need this table. You got it to go, so
Get a seat.
Go.
I'll host
This
it.
is for
so
here.
to go,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Wow, what a dick.
That's
a dick move.
That's a huge
Wild
dick
card.
move.
Right? I was not expecting that.
At first, I'm like, this is a silly. No, it's not.
This is like way too
Definitely
much fucking
not.
work. Like,
Right? I don't think I've ever experienced that in any places I've ever had, like, outdoor seating.
I've had people do it because they wanted to order food before the kitchen closed, but like never because they didn't
Okay.
want to fucking
Okay.
tip and stuff on
But
that.
that's
Yeah.
like a little bit of a
Yeah.
stipulation. They're probably gonna get a drink too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
sure.
or like they order it to go and then like,
And
"Ah,
then he's
come
like,
in
no
here."
one waited on me, and I wanted a water.
Yeah. Should've got it.
Why didn't tip?
Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Whoever that is, Rudy, tell him to get lost.
Yeah. Fucking flip the table over. On
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, we're cleaning up. What's your food on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charge gratuity next time he gets takeout.
Extra tax.
Exactly.
The dickhead tax.
Leslie Antioch. When giving staff T-shirts, are they all free? Do you give them a few, then change them, then charge them if they want more? So
I think
staff
usually it's like the
uniform.
first one's free.
You just give them one.
Yeah.
Really?
Do your laundry.
Yeah, but, like,
Dirty
you're working like
bastard.
a couple days, like
Yeah.
3-day stretch.
Do your
right?
fucking laundry. You give them one for free, and then you can buy the rest.
We should give a couple of.
Yeah,
But-
I'd say a couple.
Actually, we don't have shirts here, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Your staff-
We do now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
But
say
they
that.
buy their own shirts, and then I make them. So they can buy whatever shirt they want, so that they can be comfortable. That's the whole-
So you have like
premise.
you do like the cricket thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's fair though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually kind of like
So
that idea.
crafty.
Because I've had some like
And then they don't have to buy like a $30 work shirt.
I've also
You get like
had
a $5 one from Walmart. You
yeah,
know?
a place give me a work shirt and it was like a V-neck cut, it was, like really low, and I'm like, I don't.
Like, I didn't know
wanna
I
show
had
off
this
my
job
tits.
again.
Like, I'm not wearing this.
Yeah, I just want them to be comfortable,
Yeah.
so they can wear whatever they want, as long as it's black. And then I'll make whatever. And I don't charge them to make the shirts either,
Yeah.
because I'm so nice.
What a guy or gal.
You can call me a guy. I'm not gonna get offended.
I'm just more worried about Andy.
You can't call him that.
Dale Slaughter. Does anyone here do portion bags for French fries? I'm seeing so much waste and dollars going in the trash.
That is a yeah. That's a love-hate relationship. Portion French fries.
Yeah, we don't do that.
I was gonna
but
say you guys, yeah. There's places that I've worked at that have done it for portion control, and then there's places that have tried it and it just doesn't work-ish.
Yeah.
But yeah, French fries like are the biggest waste in the kitchen,
I'll tell you
and
from
they're fucking expensive. Like
Yeah.
depending on what you get. Like,
Yeah.
you can get fucking cheap ass shitty ones, but if you want that tasty one, Andy, you want
still
those
waiting for the fucking
tasty.
waffle fries.
Yeah, well,
keep
me
waiting, bro.
too.
Yeah. No, but I'll tell
They're
you
expensive.
from the customer side, 99% of the time I get too many French fries.
Yeah,
I do
Yep.
not eat them all.
Yep.
And like I hate like
that's what I mean.
you
It's not
almost wish you'd be
necessarily.
like, give me half the portion.
That's what I mean. That by waste, even it's not like you cooked a whole fuck ton because you thought you needed a fuck ton, and then you don't need them, and then
Yeah.
like you throw them away. It's waste because you're giving too many on the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
So
it's.
you're not giving a portion, you're giving 4 portions.
But here's the other thing. It comes down to how much money are you saving on which end, because then you're paying for the labor to stay, and especially if you're a place that's fucking churning
Yeah.
through fries,
Yeah.
you're literally paying a guy to stand there
Bag fries.
for
you just rip 'em open
5-6
and dump 'em.
hours
Yeah.
at $20-something an hour to bag French fries.
to save 14 cents.
Yep.
So it all depends. It all depends on. But
I just hate it because of
Yeah.
it's just wasteful. I don't like wasting food. And,
Yeah, I know.
And I'm kind of over that point where I'm like, well, I'm just going to eat it because I don't want to waste it. I'm like, no, that's not the thing either.
I don't feel so good. Yeah, it's definitely. It all depends. It really all depends. But like, I think we did it in a BBC for like a hot minute.
Did we? I mean, my
Yeah,
last
that's
couple
true,
10 years
yeah.
of BBC did not
Well,
involve
because
food,
then
so.
if you'd like portion the box and then you go through more than the one box that you were expecting to for that
Yeah.
night, then you got to cut into the next box and that's not portion.
Yeah.
And so you're just fucking doing it anyway.
Yep.
Is there a way to kind of like do it on the like?
No,
I
you're
don't-
not standing
like, you
there
can't
and
just-
fucking
well, no,
weighing
no,
fries in the middle of a Saturday
Yeah,
night
like,
rush.
just like, is there like a scoop that you can be like, this is the portions out?
I mean,
I'm sure
Yeah,
somewhere.
I can't even get the
I
guys
don't
to
know.
use the right ladle to scoop shortbread back there. Like, it's a fucking ladle. Like,
Scoop shortbread?
short rib, sorry,
Oh,
not
all
shortbread.
I was right. I'm like, all right, I'll let you roll with it.
Short
I
something.
don't work in a kitchen, but that doesn't sound right.
Like, I kind of see their point, Jess.
And they're back there with the ladle being like, we don't even have fucking shortbread.
Like, what the fuck? How do I
Jess
supposed to
is
cut
just
this
yelling
rope?
nonsense.
She threatened to skull fuck my mom.
It's a lovely work environment we have here.
Is it ever acceptable for the chef to yell at the staff and cooks?
Absolutely the fuck not.
No.
Nope.
I don't really
Nope.
think it's acceptable to
Yell at
anyone.
anybody.
I've done it.
It's all Gordon Ramsay's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
It kind of is. Because that's the expectation that you think that people are gonna be.
It's funny though. If you watch his shows now, he doesn't yell as much.
I know.
Probably because
He's getting nicer in his old age.
Or
I think
staffing
it was
issues.
always
Yeah.
nicer. I think it was just that was like the
TV
Yeah.
itself. So
Yeah.
I actually knew a girl who was on one of the cooking competitions. It was like a baking thing.
Yeah.
And she got eliminated. And so like the exit interview, she's like, "You've been working so hard. You're so stressed out." She's like, "I'm crying in the exit interview." And then they have you walk down that fucking alleyway or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, I got the cry out of me. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, I kind of started to skip. And the producer fucking yelled at me.
Yeah.
Get back here! You just fucking lost! Walk again!
Oh my god.
She's like,
Yeah.
"All right, fucking calm down.
yeah, I lost, bro. I don't have to do shit for you.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I'm out.
Do y'all
Yeah.
do you
It's
get
Southern Andy here.
Kip. Do y'all get dibs on the lost and found after a certain time frame?
Yeah, 1 week.
1 week?
Yeah.
That's all you get?
That's it. 1
You
week.
get anything good in lost and found? I feel like
I got some
Nah.
good sunglasses.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. I feel like half of Matt's wardrobe is. And not just from here, just in general. Like, he actually, when he worked at the Jetty, he got a really nice North Face jacket. And he actually lost it here because he was trying to be the nice guy, and somebody was having an issue outside of here. And so it was cold out, so he's like, "Oh, buddy, it's fine, oh good." He gave him his jacket, and then the ambulance came and took him in the jacket, and he's like, "Oh man," I was like, "That's what you get for being nice."
Yep. No
Now
good
you
deed
lose a
goes
North Face jacket. Yeah.
It wasn't yours.
Yeah, it wasn't yours to begin with, so I guess it's on to the next guy. Yeah, 1 week usually.
Yep.
I've had people call and be like, "Oh, I left my sunglasses there 3 months ago." I'm like,
Cool. What color are they?
Bro,
Oh, they're
like-
black.
well, it's always the ones that are it's expensive, so
Yeah.
they want it
You
back.
waited
And I'm like,
3
but why
months?
is it 3 months?
Yeah.
I've had people call 3 months for their fucking credit card they left.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you're waiting 3 months for your credit card?
They should have canceled it already.
Yeah, if I walk out the door, I've been sitting in the BBC and they fucking lost my card.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking whatever, I don't care, I just canceled
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then she found it 2 hours
I said,
later.
yeah.
That's the word.
And I was like, whatever, I already
All right,
got rid of
right,
it.
yeah.
When I was at the beer cellar.
And then you're like, "Well, I'm not paying today because I already canceled
Yeah,
it." So.
yeah.
When I was at the beer cellar, usually at least once a month, someone would put their card in, put their PIN number.
Oh, and then forget
and
to take the
fucking
card back out. Yeah,
And I called.
even though it's beep beep beep.
Well, they didn't do that.
Oh.
So I called the credit card company and be like, "Hey, can you contact this person and let them know?" And they're like, "We're canceling the card right now." I'm like, "No. They just left. Don't do that.
They're probably
Nope, we're
outside."
canceling the card." And then the person came back and I'm like, "I'm really sorry. I just fucked you over."
I tried to be nice.
I'm like, "Your card's no good now. I hope you're not on vacation." They were super nice about it.
At that point, you just don't tell them you did anything, Andy.
It's,
I saved it for you.
That's all your fault, Andy.
Yeah.
I was just trying. No good deed
See,
goes
again,
unpunished. Yeah,
that's why you can't
don't
be
be
nice.
fucking nice.
The
Don't
only
be fucking
downfall
nice.
is you didn't get punished. They did.
Yeah.
Good point. Fuck it. I don't care. Excellent point, Tim. If a restaurant has all-you-can-eat catfish and they close at 9,
Sorry.
that's what it says, man. How long?
I
should-
instantly went cat food in my
Okay.
brain.
Anyway, okay. If you have an all-you-can-eat, insert food here, and you close at 9, how long should someone get to eat if they come in at 8:50?
2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
All you can eat. 2 minutes. Shove it down the gullet.
You have to
I've actually-
stop that at some. You have to put it in last servings
Last service.
8:45 or whatever.
Yeah.
And like the one thing I constantly see is the like.
Why is the door still open at 8:58?
Yeah, but like a lot of,
I'd be locking the door.
you know, I think one of the number one things is always like, oh, you know, these people come in at such and such a time, and you know, we close, and they're always in 5 minutes, blah blah blah. And like some dude who's on TikTok always like, well, just do like a last seating.
That's what we used to do when I worked at the
it
Jetty.
Just makes so much fucking sense. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, we've already seated our last tables.
Yeah, we used to do last call for food. I think the staff kind of does it here too. Like if they can tell, like these people have come to eat.
But you're also
they'd
open
be like, hey.
later for drinks, so it's not like quite the same.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's worse because they just assume that your kitchen's open.
Oh,
if
okay,
you're open,
okay.
they just assume the kitchen's open, even though that's not really how that works. But like, they'll just say like if they sat at 9:50 and our kitchen closes at 10 on the weekends, be like, hey, just so you know, we're doing last call for food, and then they just okay, and then whatever. So you should really But if somebody walks in, again, why is the door unlocked? You got 2 minutes.
And I feel like if you have an all you
People
can
are
eat,
still in there though.
They could get out. I'm not locking them in.
Oh, my front door, it's lock it, it's locked.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Same thing like cross streets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not locking them in.
We were running an event at a venue 2 weeks ago, and I've accidentally gotten locked out before. Like you bring the first load out to your car. So usually if they're like kind of closing up, I'm like, hey, is the door locked?
Are you sure it was accidental? They're like, quick, Andy's gone.
Hang on. So I'm like, hey man, is the door locked? He's like, no, you're good. I take the fucking first load out. I come back. Fucking door. He locked me out. And I'm like, motherfucker. So now I'm like
really
pounding on the door, like calling. Took me like 20 minutes.
Oh, 20 whole minutes. Sorry.
It was 15 minutes away. I could have been home.
It was his home.
All right, it was my car.
He's gonna lock out of his own house.
I've done that. For sure.
I did that like a week after I bought my house. I'm like, who let me buy a house?
So we got the new office, and Fish came down. We were like getting shit set up, whatever. And,
Do you have a fishbowl in your office?
No, I have a
You
terrarium. He doesn't need a space there. He's never there.
That's why you get a fish bowl with a mini fish in it.
Yeah.
And other fish, so he's not lonely.
Like our
Just
old
not too
office,
big
you
a
had to
fish.
like lock with a key. This one's got like the lock on the door. So I got like trash to go out. I fucking lock the door and I walk out. It didn't occur to me that I always put my sunglasses with my keys so I don't leave my sunglasses behind on my fucking desk. Locked myself out. So I called Fish. I'm like, hey man, I know you left about an hour ago. Can you come back and let me in? And I hope that key I had made works because I just fucking tested on the door. It did.
I think I've locked myself out of the BBC before. When I went to the bank, I was like, fuck.
Oh, no.
I forget how I got back in.
Is that before they got the new windows, though? Because if they were old windows, I'm sure you could have fucking just pried them open.
I was going to say, after he got locked out, they got new windows.
He's like scaling the side of the wall up to the windows up on the second floor.
It's like, oh, work's canceled today, guys.
And then people just like, that's the BBC.
Like, I honestly don't even know who I would call to let me in. Like, another
true.
bartender, but like...
Right. But they're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
It's my day off. That's fine.
All right, Jared wants to know, what is the consensus when people over-tip on the first round with a wink and say, make me your priority for the rest of the night?
If you tip me enough, I will.
Right. Depends on the dollar amount.
I was going to say, I feel like that's a pretty... easy
Well,
one.
it's fun. I feel like I think we just recently talked about this too, and I told the same story, but it happened again because it was the same band this past weekend.
You can bring up nipples again?
You know, if they were, quarter-shaped nipples, then yeah, I mean, that coincides. But there was two guys that came in on Saturday, and they were the same guys from the last time the band played that they tipped Killian really big.
Yeah.
And so she remembered them, and like they did the same thing. But when they played last time, there was a woman that was like, "You skipped me. I was here first." And she's like, "Yeah, but you don't tip, and they tip me really well, so you can wait." Yeah.
Yep.
And then she told the guys the story. She was like, "Oh yeah, remember the time that lady was fucking pissed off at me because I waited on you first?" Yeah. If they're tipping you, depends too, because I think we had this conversation. If you're like, here's $20, take care of me the rest of the night, but you're ordering
beers.
Grey Goose.
Yeah.
Right? That $20 may not necessarily, all night long, that $20 may not necessarily cover
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
Depending on what you
tip.
like.
Like, you would have gotten more if they had just started a
I'm
tab.
drinking PBR and here's an extra $10.
Right, yeah. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So it depends.
Oh, so I'm always like, and this is what I'll do is like that first round I tip really well, so
Right.
for that reason. But I still tip throughout the rest of the fucking.
Right, well, I
Yeah.
wonder if that's because, again, I think we've had the same question.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah,
Maybe I
I'll
didn't
tip
believe
you
it.
really well so that you get my attention, but I'm still going to tip you throughout the night.
Yeah.
And it may still be the appropriate amount, like $1 or $2 if you're getting a beer.
Yeah.
But, like, it just gets your attention.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way you do it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what we're here for. We're whores for your dollars.
Yeah. Selling my soul one drink at a time.
Exactly.
Shit, I think I ran out of questions.
Oh, that's fucking
No,
stupid.
that's not it.
So anyway,
So
how was
are you guys?
Vegas?
How's things?
Vegas
How was Vegas?
Awesome. It was super fucking hot.
Was it?
It was like 100 degrees off the airplane.
Ooh.
And then, but it's not humid, so.
Hold on. As I opened up Facebook,
Oh, did you get a good question?
I didn't get a good question, but I got a funny article.
Let's hear it.
The owner of a North End restaurant in Boston, accused of firing a gun at a business rival, has been arrested again.
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
Again?
That's
Again.
awesome.
Again.
What do you do this time?
Shot at someone.
Restaurant
But what do you do this?
restaurateur charged in shooting arrested again after cutting off his GPS bracelet.
That's awesome. The guy's so unhinged, and I kind of love it.
What restaurant was this?
Yeah, I
It's
can't
North
remember.
End Boston.
Say-
no
say
one's
allegedly.
gonna, yeah.
Say allegedly.
Allegedly.
I can't remember where it was, but
Allegedly.
it happened outside of like modern pastry.
Monica's Trattoria.
Allegedly.
No, he was accused.
He's on video.
Yes.
Riding a bike down the street, fucking shooting.
Wait, he did?
Yeah,
He's
he did
riding
it
a
on,
bike?
He did it on a bike.
Like a
ride bike?
bicicleta or like a motorcycle? Like a pedal bike?
A pedal bike.
That's talent.
Yeah. Well, he,
Yeah,
Because
I think with a
recoil-
coil would probably knock you out the
Yeah.
bike. Yeah.
Tumbles
Probably
down
not
the
his
street.
first time shooting a gun.
That's,
Just guessing.
that's
Yeah.
how he got caught. He fell off his bike. Patrick Mendoza. All right, buddy. I see you. Oh, there it is. There's a video.
Yeah.
Shut up.
He stops, it looks like, or falls.
And he goes back. No. Oh, man. This is when I wish we had, like, visual on the podcast. Because this, dear everyone, look up Patrick Mendoza shooting business rival.
In North End.
No, he was
No, he definitely
charged.
shoots.
Yes, he has a gun that he shoots
Well,
indiscriminately.
he's in jail now because he just got arrested,
All right.
so we're fine.
Come on, is he really in jail?
He's riding a bike, Andy. He can't get a bike to here.
Yeah, that's what you want to challenge the unhinged guy. Bet you can't ride to the South
He's
Shore.
like,
He's
yes,
not
I
in
fucking
Ohio.
can. He's not in Ohio. I can bike to Massachusetts from
Yeah, I
Ohio.
got this. It's the summertime. The weather's
There's
okay.
been a lot of crazy shit going
Because
on.
when he asked why he removed the bracelet, he said, "I'm tired and sick of it."
Dude, I respect this guy. Taking matters in his own hands.
There's been a fair amount of unhinged behavior down in Plymouth recently.
What do you got? Fill me in. I'm not
So
here.
there was
Oh, yeah, dude.
a young gentleman,
Mm-hmm.
which you should ask Carl about. Carl's experience.
If I ever see him, I will.
Yeah. He filled me in. So this guy was over by the old Ocean State, now the G Pub.
Yep.
Like, I don't
Yep.
say G Pub because I don't know if he was drinking there. Him and his friend
Oh,
were
I
trying
know.
to stop traffic.
Yep, I know this.
And an off-duty Pembroke police officer
Mhm.
saw this, pulled his bike into the parking lot to call.
They come
They
running
notice, so
over.
they start a big fight and attack the off-duty cop, blah, 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 gets arrested, gets a head
I love this
injury.
story.
How long do you think it took for him to get arrested again?
Immediately we're getting released.
8 hours.
8 hours.
That's awesome. Oh,
Across
maybe
the
I did see
street.
this.
Yeah, across the street. And I love the article. It's like, and he was still drunk. Possibly drunker. And I'm like,
did-
possibly?
He did stumble out of Main Street,
Yeah.
so... And then he was, like, basically enticing them and, like, yelling at the cops. Now, the cops didn't know that he was arrested earlier in the
Yeah,
day
he's
just
a
because...
drunken asshole.
Yeah.
It's been 8 hours. It's probably not even,
It's a
like,
new
whatever,
shift,
right?
right?
Like,
Yeah.
they didn't... It's not, he hadn't done anything yet to get arrested. So, like, they were, like, yelling at... You know, he's just yelling at the cops. You fucking suck. Fuck you. Whatever, blah, blah. And then, like... he fell and hit his head again or something like that. So the EMTs come and the EMT's like, so the guy said, "Oh, it's because they pushed me. I have this cut on my head, blah, blah, blah. It was fucking them." And he goes, "Dude, that was from earlier today. That cut was from 8 hours ago when I treated you and you got arrested 8 hours ago. This wasn't from right now." And that's the only reason why the cops knew that he had been arrested earlier is because it was the same fucking EMT that got
Can you imagine that? Because that guy was definitely fucking blacked out.
But
him waking up the next day being like, "What?"
He's a bartender. I won't say where, but he's a bartender.
Around here?
In the South Shore.
We'll discuss more off
on the South Shore.
Would I know this person?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think
Probably
so.
not.
He didn't look familiar to me.
But there's more to the story that we won't discuss on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Carl did. I didn't know he was the bartender part, and Carl told me. Not associated with Carl.
Yeah.
Just so we can.
Yeah, not Carl's place.
Right.
Yeah.
Then there was the kid that got drunk at Brewster Bar and went and shot up someone's house.
That was a few months ago.
Yeah.
There was a couple and a guy.
At Main Street.
Yep, there was a stabbing at Main Street on karaoke night.
Yeah.
Sick. He didn't like their songs. Told him to cut the mic, and he cut him instead.
I don't think you're far off.
You're actually not that far off. No, the one at the Brewster Bar was like a couple and like another guy that was with them. Like apparently they were all friends.
Yeah.
And the couple got into an argument with the other guy. Apparently there was coke involved because duh. And then they got kicked out of Brewster Bar, and then like 3 hours later, that guy they got into an argument with went over to the house and started shooting in front of the house, and it was right over here.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Yeah.
Speaking of coke, I found a giant bag of coke on the ground at work the other day. It was, big for coke.
Okay.
You don't get
golf ball size, softball size,
like
tennis ball size.
Like a big baggie here.
A big baggie.
But
eyeball size?
It also had it was the first logoed size drug bag I've ever seen. It just had a little devil.
It had a logo on it?
Yeah, like little devil faces on it.
Stop.
And I was looking at it, I was like, not today, see.
That was the devil calling you that I ever
I was
saw.
Like, what the fuck? I've never seen. I found many drug paraphernalia.
Right.
And I've never seen a brand labeled
I can
fucking
honestly
coke
say
bag.
I've never seen cocaine.
Well, I'll show you the picture of it.
Well, let's
I mean,
slide him up. No, I'm just kidding.
But I did, in an apartment I moved into when I first got divorced, I did find a hypodermic needle
Ooh.
Okay.
on top of the medicine cabinet.
Sick.
That could have been crack cocaine.
Could have been a lot of things.
Could have been a lot of things.
I was just like,
you
maybe
crack
he's
cocaine.
diabetic.
Yeah, you shoot it up. I'm not a drug addict,
Yeah.
so I don't know these things.
I was just hoping he was diabetic. And then I kind of
I just had a lot of sugar.
so I kind of like sweeped it into like a fucking tiny box, and I brought it down to the police department. And I'm like, here, I found this in my brain. It gets like the sharps container.
Yeah.
And he's looking at me. I'm like, I'm not fucking touching it again. I'll leave the box here. I don't give a shit. Like,
He's like, is this yours?
oh yeah, total like, where'd you find? I'm like, why would I bring?
His eyes are red from being at BBC all night the night before.
This is Middleborough. Like,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was something else that happened.
I heard about the biker gang kids.
Oh yeah.
Oh, jeez.
The
biker.
pedal
Those
bike.
middle schoolers
Yeah.
having a biker gang.
Swearing at people.
Yeah, literally telling cops, "Go fuck yourself."
We laugh, but in the city, there's kids that do the same thing, but they
Well,
actually
yeah, on
fight
St.
people.
Patrick's Day, didn't they all take their bikes onto the highway?
Probably.
They did.
Sounds about right. The kids
Yeah.
are the worst part of St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Yep. These fucking hooligans.
Yep.
Swear to God.
Back in my day.
We were just
Hey,
in
my day
the
was
woods
slapping
throwing
the face.
rocks at each other.
Drinking from the garden hose.
Yeah.
That nice metal taste.
Someone said that to me the other day. I'm like, I just fucking went inside. Like, and though you never drank, I mean, I have, but like,
You haven't lived until you've drinking from a garden hose.
I have. It wasn't my, like, just go in the fucking side.
So far away, man.
Yeah, it's too far away. You having a good time.
It's too far away. The hose is attached to the house.
Yeah.
But
You could be a really long hose.
what's the shortest hose you have? Probably like
Right.
fucking 20 feet long. Like,
Right.
My yard was not very big.
There you go. That's
All right,
why.
well then,
Maybe that's why.
go fuck yourself.
Maybe you should have went outside in it more.
I was outside.
In your cage.
On a leash.
On a leash. My runner didn't
I
let
have
me
my
go
dog
that
ball. It's fine. Fuck you guys.
far. We filled it from the inside house, not the hose.
Had a little ice cube float in it. My mom loved me. But that's last call. We're going to go around the table and plug whatever the hell we want. We're going to start with Jess.
You just started with me last time.
Oh, I started last time.
Oh, that's right. That's true.
There's only 3 of us here.
Yeah, you're only half a person anyway, so it's fine.
I'll take that as a compliment.
It's a nice
You're
thing
welcome.
to
I know, right?
She thinks I'm thin.
Actually, I'll promote this, and maybe you can come to it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Very
We got a
busy.
speed dating night.
It's funny. I saw that.
Yeah. Yep. We have a speed dating night. There's 2 different events. One's for straight people, one's for queer people, and it's all done with like throwback games. So like Jenga or Connect 4, and that way it's not so awkward when you want to talk to somebody. There's something that you can do, and you can have it be fun, and maybe Andy will find the love of his life playing Mad Libs. So
Yeah, this isn't really a game.
That's a lifestyle.
Like, you can't win that.
that's actually how I set my day up every day. Is I play Mad Libs, and I go, well, now I got to live this out. Yeah.
Choose your own adventure right there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think Andy should come to it.
I have acquaintance that runs a gaming. I wonder if it's the same guy. I can't remember his name though.
It's a female.
Okay, it's not the same person.
Why does it always have to be a man?
Yeah.
Because the guy knows.
Yeah.
his
Okay.
name.
Whatever.
I mean, I didn't.
I don't give a
I didn't
fuck.
check him, but
You didn't check
he
him?
presents as male.
Oh.
You know,
Go back
You
to the
didn't-
beach,
and his
Andy.
name's like.
Go with your shapeshifters. But anyway, that's the end of the month. It's June 27th.
Okay. I said you
Yeah.
gave the date.
Thursday, June 27th.
Is there an age range on it?
I don't believe so. She's done like a younger crowd and an older crowd, like 2 different nights. But I believe this one is pretty much any age. So if you're looking for a young buck there, Andy, or if some young females looking for an older sugar daddy, then come on and sign up for it. It's called Kazoo Connections.
Kazoo Connection.
Did you get kazoos?
That would be super fun for about 8
8
seconds.
seconds.
And then you'd be like,
And then I would
I'm
steal
never
all
having this person
kazoos and
back.
I'd throw them
Yeah.
in the trash.
What if you get them at the end?
As a parting gift?
Yeah, as
There
you
we go.
leave.
Done.
As they walk out the door. Yeah.
Yeah, as they're leaving.
What do you got, Dan?
Nothing.
What? That's bullshit. You're not angry at anything?
I had the weekend off.
I don't like Dan since he's moved to Kingston. He's
I don't like
there's
Dan
a
when he has the
nicer-
weekends off.
Like a nicer
Bullshit.
Dan, you know?
I
Yeah.
went and saw the Savannah Bananas.
Oh, you did?
Oh, how
Yeah,
was
it
that?
was cool.
Did I
That's
see
how
it?
actual baseball should be.
Did I see like a Red Sox player is joining them?
Well,
They,
Papelbon
wherever they play,
is-
they
yeah.
have like I think
Oh,
some.
okay.
So they had Mitch Moreland and Papelbon. Right
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
And they did one thing each, and then they were done. But
Yeah.
I don't know, it was cool. I'd rather watch that than regular baseball.
Well, here's the thing. It was Savannah Bananas and who?
Versus party animals.
That's what I mean. Like, all I heard was about Savannah Bananas, and I didn't hear who the fuck they were playing.
Well, it's like
Because
the-
they're, like, big on TikTok, aren't they?
But like
Yeah.
the you know how the Harlem Globetrotters
Globetrotters.
Globetrotters always
Globetrotters.
play the same.
Twatters. Sorry.
They always play the same team.
Oh, they do? I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
They
it's
do.
the same thing.
Oh, okay,
They
cool.
did just add a new team apparently, though.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So there'll be 3 teams.
Wait, the
Ooh.
Globetrotters did or the Bananas?
Bananas. The
Oh,
Globetrotters haven't
Gotcha.
added
I didn't
anything
know
to their
that.
fucking accent.
Nothing has
years.
changed.
I don't know these
Yeah.
things. But I actually literally asked Matt this morning. I'm like, so I understand that this is like a entertainment
I only know because it
type
took me a
style
long time to figure
baseball
Yep.
show, but how long is the game?
2
2
hours.
hours.
Okay.
That's
2
a
hours,
rule.
it cuts it off.
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So how much baseball do they get? But then I did hear on Toucher and Hardy this morning that you win by inning and
Yeah.
you don't win the game, right?
Yep.
And
Ish?
isn't there like a weird like if there's a tie, the crowd votes or something?
Oh, I don't know. There was a
There's a
tie.
bunch of weird rules.
So I
There
feel
is.
like we shouldn't be calling this baseball. I feel like
Dude,
this is a
it
whole
is
different sport.
So much better than baseball.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Baseball's stupid.
I mean, baseball
It's the most
is-
boring sport ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
yeah, you win the inning.
No wonder
so it's
why
like,
everybody wanted to fucking go.
Dude, it was
I just thought this was like a
Impossible to
really
get tickets.
drawn out baseball game.
no,
No,
it was
see,
the
that-
quickest
You
game
get
ever.
tickets. Who'd you sleep with?
Fucking the computer, man. I just went. You like had to win like a lottery to get into the.
Oh,
to
yes,
buy
yes,
tickets,
yeah.
and somehow
Oh really?
I got yeah,
Oh wow.
For everybody?
yeah.
Like for
It's the
anybody
only way
that
you
wanted
get
to go?
tickets. Yeah,
It was a lottery.
yeah. Because he sell it everywhere.
Jesus Christ, there's popular as Taylor Swift.
Even Taylor Swift doesn't have a lottery.
Yeah.
If you don't get a ticket, you're fucked.
She just fucking crashes the website.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's it. They don't do. It's all on their website. There's no Ticketmaster or anything like that. Like my tickets didn't get sent to me until 24 hours before the game, so you couldn't resell them and stuff. I'm sure you could, but
yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very
Well,
cool.
I learned something new today. Look at that.
Yeah. Way better than baseball.
Yeah.
Banana.
Shouldn't call it baseball.
Banana ball.
Banana
I think
ball.
they
There
do
you
call
go.
it banana ball,
Yeah.
but
Oh, all right. Well, then. Huh.
Cool.
Go bananas.
That
go
whole time, and I
bananas.
have come up with nothing to play.
Yeah, because you're fucking retarded.
So go check out the...
You're doing an event with me.
Am I?
Turn around, you dickhead.
Well, I don't know
literally
when this
above
goes.
you.
Let's see. June 18th. This will not be out before that. All
right, what about the terrarium one? Yeah.
night?
July something.
July something.
Yeah.
Go to inebriart.com. Actually, you know what? Go check out any of our terrarium nights. They are fucking crushing.
Cool.
Yeah, they're doing phenomenal.
Now, are they real plants?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I can't keep plants alive, so I
Well,
won't
that's
be
kind
attempting.
of supposed to be the
Doesn't
upside to
matter.
the terrarium.
I will kill it.
on purpose.
So
Yeah.
the trick is,
Stab it.
and this was my mistake the first time, because I'm like, oh, plant, I'll put it in the window. You do not put them
Yes.
in direct sunlight.
So they cook.
Terrariums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Terrariums
because-
are a very weather sensitive scenario, right?
Yeah. Well, I've had one in the office for a few weeks. It's looking pretty good.
A few weeks.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Probably
Dude, the other one died like days, fucking days. So
Put
a
it in
few
the
weeks,
sun.
I'm pretty happy.
Matt's had a key lime tree he's been trying to keep alive for like a year.
Yeah.
And then he started getting 2 big buds out of it. He started getting like 2 big leaves come out of it.
Swedes.
No, it's not weed. It's a key lime tree. But Marty ate it. There was one twig like kind of sticking out to the side. All of a sudden he's like, I was like, fuck. So Matt's trying to revive this key lime tree right now. He's doing all right.
Mine's got like living things in it. A little snail and some sort of...
You got a snail?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Little
cute.
tiny snail.
What's his name?
Fish
What do I call
Junior.
him? Shrimp. I think I call him Shrimp. He's fucking tiny.
Shrimp?
Shrimp.
Shrimp the snail.
Shrimp the snail, yeah.
Oh.
Is that a weird name for a
Yes.
snail? I don't know.
Why do you think I said that?
And then I just added...
Should be Snarls.
Snarls the snail?
Yeah, see?
There's already Snarls.
Yeah.
But I just added
Yeah.
springtails. So,
Springtails?
springtails.
What the fuck is
They're
that?
Little tiny white bugs. They keep your terrarium clean.
I'm clearly not
Yeah.
with any of that, so I'm gonna not
You have to
attend my
go to
own
one
event.
and fucking figure it out.
Nah, I'm good.
They're not.
Nah.
They're fun.
No, I'm all right.
But yeah, check it out. Inebriart.com, terrarium.
Jess isn't gonna come, but
I'm
you
not
guys
coming.
should.
Jess never comes to any of our events.
What are you talking about? Yeah, that's true. I know.
And you can email us at bartalkcast@gmail.com and find us on all the social medias, bartalkcast. And we'll see you next time.
Maybe.
And thanks for checking out the show today, listeners. If you enjoyed the content today, you can go over to patreon.com/inebriart to support the show. You can join over there for just a few dollars a month and help us provide this fun content that you just checked out. You can also email us at inebriart.com with your questions, complaints, and concerns, or you can find us on all social medias at inebriart or at inebriart6 on Instagram. And also don't forget to check out our other shows, Bar Talk Podcast, Old Colony Cast, Inebriart, and all the other shows on the Inebriart Network, which you can find at inebriart.com. Thanks again for listening.